like to start off by saying everything we do and every update we have comes out weeks after the day. So every time I have a show or any dates, like a professional would say, where I have dates to promote, by the time this airs, they've already passed. Every single time, every holiday, every gig, every life choice. So I'm getting a jump on it.
Yeah, just list off a bunch of stuff that you might...
I just realized.
This will come out right on time?
I just realized the holiday's on a Monday. And we switched to Tuesday.
Yeah.
I failed again.
Thwarted again.
President's Day, everyone. Oh my God, this comes out the day after President's Day.
Should I
was just so proud. I just hurried and Googled through all the images, which I legally licensed. You could check the record.
Yeah, check that out.
All right. So I was just like, oh God, what's the next holiday? Oh, it's coming up. It's Monday. Oh, you'll do that. But this is Tuesday. It really is an example of my life. This is another episode of Unnecessary Talk with Brian Sturges, and I am that Brian Sturges. Follow me at briansturges.com, at Mr. Brian Sturges. Joined with us always is the producer behind production, Mr. Slim himself, four-eyed Timmy Hall Music.
We're going to say...
I got winded doing that intro.
Yeah.
At Timothy Hall Music, follow him at timothyhall.com. And of course, the man with the greatest hair in show business, the man with more degrees than a broken thermometer, and a third thing, Dr. Josh Willis, all the way from Zoom.
Oh, Zoomland.
I really thought I did it. You have to understand, like, I just came up with that idea while this was setting up, and I was so proud. I was like, it's Monday.
You were so close.
Okay.
Problem solved.
So, okay, I'm going to get right into it. I got to get into this. Several things. First of all, Willis, just question. Now, I know that
I also
my
have a
background
question.
is a day late and a dollar short. What's up with are we in Albany? What's up with this? Are we in a London Fog factory outlet?
Yeah, well, it's simple and understated.
Minimalist. You're one of these guys now,
Yeah,
huh?
I'm minimalist today. That's right.
Do you know that the other Tim is a minimalist?
Wait.
Like hardcore.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like hardcore. I mean, when I say hardcore, I mean he owns... It's like a movie, if only he was doing something other than like sales. But like he's meticulous. Like if he were a detective, right? He has like 4 shirts, 4 pants, 4 socks, whatever. You can't get through a week. Maybe he's got more than 4. I'm not trying to put a number on it. But in his apartment, he has nothing for 10 years now.
I remember.
He'll buy a high value sofa. The point is, like, he's got a couch. He has a table to put his drink. He has a guitar stand and a guitar seat custom made, like some fancy wooden carved rich guy thing, made from the tiers of oak trees or something. And then he's got his TV. And then, and that's it. Have you seen the movie Heat? One of my favorite top 10 movies, Heat, right? Mammoth. Robert De Niro goes in.
Is that Mammoth?
Not Mammoth? Not Mammoth. That's the other guy. Shame. It's the other David. Come on.
Cronenberg?
No. Don't be that guy. No, who's the guy?
Michael Mann, isn't it?
Michael Mann. There you go. Michael Mann.
That's it.
Sorry, Michael
the other
Madsen.
David.
Binya Madsen.
the other
Paul
David.
Giamatti.
Right.
Sideways. I don't know what game that was. The point was...
He's got no clothes.
Oh, he's minimalist.
So in the movie, sorry, I got a little time there. So, anywho, in the movie Heat, Robert De Niro comes from a long day of thievery, right? And he comes he's obviously a real estate investor or whatever. Maybe he's a renter. I don't want to go into his finances, but he walks into this house on the beach, close to the water, and it's this blue tent, and he has nothing in his house. And except for one chair and a table, and he comes in and he takes his gun off and he puts it on there and he opens it up to get coffee, and there's like one lonely coffee. But that's Tim. That's Tim. You wouldn't. He collects fart jokes. but no physical channel.
Hey, those are so easy to hold onto. They don't take up a lot of space.
Yeah.
Well, here we are. So, Willis, man, I got to tell you, I've been waiting for you.
Have you? Have you?
Because we need a couple minutes of silence because Tim's going to put in a music cue.
Oh.
I have an update about the neighbor. Leave it that long, but put some music in it. You get it. You know what to do.
Wow.
So, okay.
Is this back to the story?
This is back. Did they say make
all
sure
the
that
way
music,
back.
the same music cue is underneath here? You know what to do, right? From before, just throw it in there. Copy and paste. So we've still do. Did I tell you that I don't know how long it's been. I don't even know where we are.
It's been a long time. It's been a long
Did
time.
I tell you that I did a bump into? I had a bump into.
Oh no.
Did we ever talk about the bump into?
classic
No,
bump
I
into?
didn't hear the bump. The last I heard was just the mysterious goings on. Just the mysterious goings on.
We're gonna take this opportunity for a commercial because every podcast when it's really exciting when the juice is about, they're always like Satva or some other sponsor that's too good for us.
Yeah.
I forgot to set up the store from last week, and I also forgot to get my other mug to compare my father's mug. I'm remembering a lot of things in the moment. It's improv, people, so I paid a lot of money to be able to remember things after the fact. Okay,
Well, I think you should go
let's
get it.
into
And we'll just
fellas.
wait. You know.
Now, some people think that coffee cups are only for coffee, but not at UNT. We call this Daddy's juice.
Oh boy. Daddy's early morning juice.
Eddie's juice.
Whirl it. Hold on.
Did you twist the top off of that? Oh.
It's just. It's a little dry. It's no, it's good. It's my daddy juice. Ah. Whew, I shouldn't have left that in the sun all week. That's man. That'll really put some hair on your feet.
Prematurely aged it. Yeah.
So it's a little game we play because she doesn't want. So it had to be that she doesn't want to meet anybody, right? The person who lives there is not interested.
So it's a she.
Why would you hear? I'm here. You hear my jokes all day through a window. Wouldn't you want to meet me? When you hear these ramblings being yelled at in the community of seniors, wouldn't you want to come say hello? But we played this little game, see, because the garage doors, right? When one goes up, if you're down, you can hear one go up and go down.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the only day that is required for someone to make an appearance is
Trash day.
Trash day. And today, as we all know by the beeps you may or may not hear, it's trash day.
It's trash day.
So I've noticed that the person would wait until I put mine out and close the door, and then because the other thing is we have one shared wall where there's a stair that leads to that garage.
Oh yeah.
So I hear the little feet going up and down, right? So she thinks smooth, but I hear a little clopping along, right? So I would go down, I'll pull up the trash, I close the door, and then I hear click, 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 boom, every week, right? And that's the game. So then I come up, I'm in the window, I'm trying to do one of these through the Venetian blinds. I'm not trying to bring the Italians into it, but I'm I can't see anything. Just at an angle, like a perfect cinema movie, which I could never make. Is that perfect angle where there's someone on the porch and you know they're beneath you, but you just can't see them. F.U. Pythagoras. What was his name? Come on, Willis.
Pythagoras?
I think it was the old mathematical dinosaur.
Yeah.
Theorem. Yeah.
Pythagoras. Yeah, that's him.
A plus B equals, I don't know.
You need one of those big mirrors that they use to look for bombs under your car.
Yes.
Oh,
Well,
there
I'm
we
friends
go.
with Rick and Mike, and so I have various bomb gear to search them, not to create.
Yeah.
Let me get that very clear now that I don't have the bomb making kit. They're not available at poorlifechoices.tv / you drop the bomb on me.pdf.
Yeah.
More of a Cool in the Gang reference. Is that who sang that? Clifford, no. Black Clifford, no.
Black Clifford, no.
Black
Oh,
Clifford,
boy.
no.
Is that what we're
Josh-
saying these days? Okay.
Yeah, it's okay,
I hope
Josh. You'll
not.
have to actually watch other episodes, which you never
Oh.
will. But if you
Oh,
watch
that
it,
won't
watch it
happen.
then 5 times. You don't have time. You're too busy. You got time
Yeah.
for this with your sad Russian literature background of grays. You're like,
Yeah.
Mama died today. Monrovia. I think that's what it is. I think there's a lot of those. Oh, by the way, Gypsy Jazz. Fight
it.
me on it. Gypsy Jazz guitars available for an entire Gypsy Jazz guitar. So, I never heard a single Gypsy complaining about that. Again, that's a
Totally not
previous
Django.
episode. I don't know if you were on that episode, Josh. They all kind of. There's like a.
No, I remember the. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
he
we
was
looked
on
it
it,
up
yeah.
to see whether it was offensive or not.
It's not.
And it also is.
No, it's
And
not.
it also
Gypsy
is.
Jazz?
Yeah.
You telling me Django?
Gypsy
that
Jazz.
man had 6.5 fingers, and he played better jazz than you'll ever play.
That is absolutely true.
That's so good. What
I
happened
think
to his
sometimes
hands?
they
Like a
call it
farm
hot
thing?
jazz. Hot jazz.
Hot jazz?
Hot
I think they
jazz?
sometimes call it hot jazz.
Oh, why? Because are
Now
you telling me
that's-
that? Are you
that
telling
sounds-
me
That's
a bunch of
offensive to me.
Romanians carried a guitar? Nah, I don't know. I know one Romanian person, and it was Louisa, right?
Oh, she's a great lady.
She's an angel. She didn't once try to sell me medicine from a deep black wool coat. Not once. Not once. And then she's like, watch this. And she took her slunk guitar and she played her gyps. Happy
They all
President's
got
Day,
it, yeah.
everyone. Happy President's Day. So, this commercial breakdown. Okay. So, brought to you by hazyfox.com. Watch him press play every Saturday at 2 p.m.
A space bar nowadays. Yeah.
Is it?
Oh.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
Wait.
if you're using a
Did
laptop,
they
you can-
cancel the play button? They're like, that triangle's facing right, which sounds like white. You know what? We're
space
making
bar.
it a block. I don't know. Everything's. I have my Sony Walkman, but you know what, guys? You remember when you're like walking down the streets wearing the same outfit in the '90s, right? You're going. You're like, oh, I need that bass boost.
Yeah, right.
This walk requires bass boost. Yeah.
As those pieces of sharp plastic with too much tension just pierced in on the tiny headphones. You remember those?
Yeah.
Remember the ones that were like round but went out this way?
Yeah.
And they went
Yeah.
directly in?
Yeah, head
yeah.
stabbers. Yeah, those are
That's what-
terrible. Yeah.
Oh, well, there's. I'm sorry. How did she die? Well, she didn't adjust her Sony Walkman and she
right.
pierced her cerebral oblongato. Which
It's
is,
it's like they were for picking people up. You know, you could just reach out and grab
Oh,
the
yeah,
top
they're like
and
the
lift
hook.
somebody up by their head. Yeah.
Or the claw
the
from
way-
the game.
speaking of President's Day,
Uh-huh. We have to name all the presidents.
speaking of President's Day, I saw on YouTube an interview with the Secret Service agent who, when Kennedy was shot, he was the guy who ran up on the back of the car,
Oh, dang.
right? And
Uh-huh.
essentially, I don't want to ruin it,
But
but let's just say there
kept
were
the-
a handful of
keep-
the brain that he was
Yeah.
responsible for. Like, tough gig to be like, you guys want these?
what do I
By
do?
the way, do
Yeah.
I like send the bill in for the
Can we
cleaning?
s-
Anyways,
Can we sew them back on? Yeah.
yes, just throw it in there. I mean, come on. He's from Brookline. These two people come out of Brookline. The Kennedys and Conan O'Brien. Other than that, it's a bunch of rich people controlling your world. I don't care what city, state you live in. It's East Coasters run the world. And sometimes they move down west when they have a second life.
Yeah, yeah.
They're like, ooh, Palo Alto or
Catch some
bullshit.
sun. Yeah.
Some town that shouldn't exist. What was the point of president? Oh, so go on to YouTube. Not right now, but it's 15 minutes of your life, but it is a detailed what happened to Kennedy's assassination. It was bracket to the left. I'll save you that now.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
Can you imagine? And he was the only guy who ran up because they didn't know. And he was like, there was definitely a second shot. I mean, this is the guy who's like, yeah, there were various. He's the guy. He was there. And he's old now, which is great. But he's
has to be,
together.
yeah.
Not old in a disrespectful way, but old in a like a nice suit, you know, and the wife, you're older in your 60s or whatever. The wife's already got the laid out for you. Some tie you wouldn't know how to buy, you know? Hey, Tim Hall, if you had to buy a tie right now, where would you go?
Ties R Us. Macy's. I don't know.
You don't know. You would have to figure out where to buy a tie.
I'll Google it. Where do I
This
buy
is
a
the
tie?
society we live in. When did everybody get so comfortable? Don't mind the tricks.
Yeah.
It's more of a weight related garb. It's an actual
A weight
fashion
relieving
statement.
card. Yeah.
Anyway, so watch that. She's just like, she's like, she's like, Mrs. Kennedy was grabbing. If you look at it, she's grabbing his bucket brains
Oh, yeah,
off
she's
the car.
trying to,
like,
Scoop them. Yeah.
here's another fun fact that I learned that wasn't in that video. They kept that car. You think you'd scrap it or sell it or like stick it in a museum. They welded on a hardtop, and 4 other presidents used it until the late 70s, early 80s.
Oh no! You'd think it
That's
had
the
bad
government we're in,
Wow.
where they're like, drain a hole. All right. Hey, do
They
me a
didn't
favor,
keep it
call
as
Doug
evidence.
down in maintenance. He needs to crawl under the car, put a couple drain holes, hose it out, weld the top on, and give it to Carter. Or who was it? Who was the next guy? It was Johnson, right?
Johnson.
It
Yeah.
was Johnson. He's standing there next to his wife. You see that picture? And he's just like, because he's trying not to smile. He's like, President now, bitches.
Finally. Yeah.
I mean, finally, he was probably the shooter. I don't want to start a new conspiracy theory, but I think Johnson was the shooter. Okay, and I think it was his brother, and I think it was Johnson and Johnson, because they're big conglomerates of Procter and Gamble, who was owned by Harry and David, of course, a subsidiary of
Rival
Harley
shadow.
Davidson
Yeah.
and Crabtree and Evelyn. I don't know. I could keep going. We'll end there. A little game for me. Wine break. This episode brought to you by the Cups on a website which is not built yet. It is built, actually.
It's Bill. It just needs to
The
be
page
activated.
doesn't work.
Yeah.
So, the trash.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Going down.
Yeah.
So I bring it out. So every week I know she's waiting for me, And don't forget that I once ran all the way around. I sprint. The fastest I ran in the last 24 months was against to put my glimpse on this person.
I've got an idea, but I'll wait.
So it was up, and now I think I had opened it and closed it a couple times due to forgetting other trash. Well, then I was over in the bushes, see, not like hiding like a perv. Not
As
like
one does. Yeah.
not
in
like
the
what we
bushes.
call a. I wasn't over there being like, I know, what was his name? Oh, Phil. Sorry.
Oh, lasagna. Yeah.
Phil
yeah.
Lasagna. Bleep the name, but keep it
Right.
Phil Lasagna. But we
Yeah.
all know.
We all know
Lasagna.
Phil Lasagna.
So she's coming to the trash, and I'm coming back, and she thought I was gone, and then a smile came on her face. It was a smile of it was just like, you know what I mean? Like I had gone 9-10 months without meeting anybody, and you could see the smile was just like she was also seeing how long it could possibly go before she'd have to have an interaction. So in those micro expressions, I was just like, oh, this bitch is running up and down those stairs for sure. And she's dressed, and she's dressed like a normal person, right? And I laughed, and that's like, hello. I didn't even because I'm from New York and a gentleman, and I can read the social cues. I wasn't like, hi, I'm Bob.
Howdy,
What do you do?
neighbor. You didn't give her
Yeah,
a
howdy, neighbor. I've been looking all over for you.
You should have been holding a casserole.
Oh,
At any
babe.
moment you're ready to give it to
I've been
her.
waiting.
Yeah.
to meet you.
I
Don't
wouldn't-
forget, this is the same person who let their Chinese food sit outside for like 25 minutes until I gave up just because I was called back in. I would have camped out. I would have put the things, the rods. What is that? The Campbell Company? What is it? You know what I mean? Coleman. Yeah, see? Coleman.
your
UNT
Coleman,
/ Coleman, Poor Life Choices. You get it.
Yeah.
We're also getting confused with the University of North Texas. Has been coming up a lot.
Oh no.
So some of these viewers actually may be applicants. This is not associated with the school, although
But feel
Willis
free to send your applications.
probably thinks of your school as a safety school.
Yeah.
Slam. I don't know. So it was a quick interaction, and of course I ran and told the lady because she's what I thought. Now, I was like, okay, so because I hear her on occasion now,
yeah.
and she sounds and she had friends over, and they all sound a little.
Oh, she has friends over?
Oh.
Woo! It's been hot or whatever, so there's been like, the windows are open. But like, not from inside my place, but if you're outside walking by and the window's open, the actual sound. I don't want to describe sound.
So she didn't say anything during the interaction.
I just said hello, and she said hello. It was very quick.
Oh, okay.
that's it.
So you
I
gotta,
wrapped it up
you
because-
got a hello. Okay.
Because
yeah.
I'm a gentleman, right?
Oh, okay. But she
the
said
look was
hello
just
back.
like-
She didn't
Yes,
just.
but she got caught. She knew she got caught.
Yeah.
I think we've been both playing the same game. Now, I had originally said why I thought she would be doing this. Do either of you remember why I thought she would be doing it?
I recall.
That would be the time to say it.
You
yeah,
thought
what
she was
was it?
kidnapped, right?
Oh, yeah,
Thought she was
kidnapped.
kidnapped. Yeah,
Or holding
kidnapped.
people. Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah, obviously. Oh yes, yes. The sex, the sex trade thing. Yeah. The other thing where I told you it was the. You remember?
Wait, witness protection?
Kind of close. I said it would be. Why would somebody not want to be found?
You're a police officer.
So say something similar in the law,
Yeah, you're
a lawyer, a district attorney.
right?
Yeah.
Because remember, so I once put my glimpse on the inside of her place. Again, I wasn't pulling a Phil Lasagna in the bush, okay? I just happened to be walking by, and it happened to be open, and I saw what appeared to be degrees on the wall,
Oh.
Oh,
right?
well, educated.
Educated, but doesn't sound it. This is the thing. Not that she doesn't sound it, but you know where we live.
Yeah.
You could have gone to like Beverly Hills High, and you sound like this. You sound kind of foolish, but you're actually very successful in the business because. Anyway, so I sprung from the bushes. So, time had passed, and I had moved on, but I knew that she was safe, and I could tell in that moment that she just doesn't want to meet the people, and that's fine with me because, like I said, where I'm from, you go 20 years, you don't know who lives next to you, whatever. And then the other day, something happened. I want to use both hands for this gesture. Amazon came and dropped off a series of packages at my door. And wouldn't you know it, one of them wasn't for me. It was for
Oh.
a neighbor.
Oh.
And that gave me what?
A name.
Name. Try to get away from me. Right? You try to have privacy. You try to move someplace for a nice, quiet, private location. This guy.
Brian shows up.
Name, nombre. Well, now I'm loaded because I got everything. I got an entire life. I got more. I care more. I went deep down. Deep dove. I almost pulled the Luganus where I was like, I have AIDS and I need the ramp or whatever. I don't know. I don't want to. It's too soon. Well, let me tell you what. I am loaded. I am now, like a true sociopath, loaded with knowledge. In which, if there are any future interactions with this person, I will use this information to fuck with this person.
Oh, how sweet of you. Yeah.
You know? And here's what I was thinking of if we ever did it. Just be like, oh, I'm a profiler. You know? I do profile for LAPD. I'm an independent contractor. I also have a podcast, do comedy on the side. Don't read too far into it.
It's all part
Friends
of
with a sketch artist, right?
Well, just you're like, no. Oh, she's like, oh, your trash cans impeding on my blah blah blah. Be like, how's your ex-boyfriend Phil?
Oh, yeah.
I heard he recently got married and started a new family without you, and he seems very happy.
Yeah, the lasagnas. Yeah, right.
Oh, I didn't know you could get married at a Hooters.
Well, you get married anywhere, I guess.
I know. I didn't know. I didn't know.
So what happened to the package?
well, so now I got it. So now I got the package. Now I'm a gentleman. I'm not going to open
You
the
are a
package.
gentleman.
I didn't even feel it up. I'm a gentleman, right? But we all have security cameras, so I know that I have to then. So now I know that she knows that I got the. You know what I mean? Like, so if I can get away with being a profile, as long as she doesn't connect that. But if she connects it, but what's great, I may never have a conversation with this person, and it's the greatest thing ever. Because I think also she smokes a couple of she smokes cigarettes and stuff, which you're not supposed to. But I don't care because what am I? What am I, an a-hole? This is why. So it's like, you got things, I got things. You don't want to talk to me, so I'm gonna do my things because chances are, you're not gonna come over knocking my door.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Chances are you're not looking for a friend. All right. So she's hiding because of who she is and the fact that she doesn't want to be murdered by. Yeah, so it's like an LA law thing. You know what I mean? Where she's got some guy got married at Hooters named Lasagna with a tattoo on his face out in Whittier. By the way, Lasagna's gone down to. He was such a straight-laced white man. Well, he took a left on Florence and then took a right. Next thing you know, he's got that air freshener in the back of his car and it's bouncing. And he's got like a long feather out of a fedora, and he's standing like this. I don't know. Stand and deliver. So now I know who it is. I understand, and I completely respect and understand why. But at the same time, it's like, kind of think you're worthy to get murdered. Like, do you think that you're such hot shit that people are like coming to stalk you and murder you? I don't know. It seems like a
could be
lonely life
paranoid.
to me.
Yeah.
I just want to put that out there.
Let me ask you a question. I have a follow-up question.
Woo.
When you did this deep dive, do you mean
Incognito on my.
Googled her name?
Well, you make it sound like any asshole can't do that. Yes.
Okay. I didn't know if you had, some connects. You ran some plates or whatever.
Hazy Fox, he's got those British hackers are over there with their spectacles, and they sit in their mom's basement asking for hot pockets, and they're like,
Those
NSA, but they're still working on the computer screens that have the green.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
Matrix code.
Yeah, you can't hack those.
Well, look. After this, we are actually going to follow up with some TikToks. Believe it or not, I curated them. I made them, as
Wow.
would say. I've made a custom one, and because the show's we need anything, we need something. This TikTok segment brought to you by Uncle Lenny's brake pads and Fusilli pasta.
Oh.
Available at the corner of Bensonhurst and George Benson.
Oh, I love that street.
The address is 251 Jazz Street.
Oh, ow, oh.
Oh, that's gotta be scary.
I hope there's no other bullets in that gun because he just pointed it towards him. We hope there was just one loaded.
Right. Wow.
Well, that
was.
Would you like to explain the science behind that, Tim?
Yeah.
Oh, Tim? Oh, yeah. So every force, every opposing force has a, what is it? Every opposite attract,
force.
opposing forces.
Opposites attract.
Yeah, that's
Janet
it.
Jackson, scientist.
That's it.
Janet Jackson.
That's
Miss
it.
Jackson, if you're nasty.
So you got a propulsion going one way. It's got to come this way. Maybe you got a loose grip.
Yeah, shh.
Yeah, he
Someone's
got hit.
Talking.
He got hit in the face with a pistol.
That's how it goes.
He kind of pistol whipped himself.
He did.
It was weird.
This is for you, Tim.
Okay, I can tell. I can already tell. You see this angle? She's pulling that. It's all wrong, but we'll see how it goes.
Oh,
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Oh,
My titty.
oh.
That's about right.
Now, it's interesting to be back on TikTok because as you know, I accidentally deleted my account permanently forever and can't open it. So I just downloaded this other one, which is nice and anonymous, and I can
so it's all
Yeah.
fresh.
But I'm into some weird stuff. Then sexy ladies come on, and then the algorithm combines the weird stuff with the sexiness, and then it's a weird thing where I'm getting Tim Hall based bow and arrow titty shots. So I don't know.
Yeah. No,
I didn't even know that
Tim
was a
Hall
thing
based.
you could do on there.
Yeah. Whew.
Choosing a tree, you know. I would go to a Renaissance fair for a woman that attractive.
For
But
sure.
not some
yeah.
ogre who's like 7 foot tall. You know, like the lady. 7 foot tall, 480 pounds. You know, villagers just run when they.
Is this a Timmy P video? Or?
Yeah. That's just. I've never seen big old titties on a man like that. And what I like is he's
Especially the left one.
very confident. He has a very expensive bottle of tequila with him, which might have something to do with the confidence to take your shirt off
Yeah.
and have that end up all over the internet, in which some guy in California releases it
Some
out to
Diego.
7 people on a place called YouTube. So, as you know, I was home last week, really briefly. And while I was showing baby pictures, I gotta scroll past these TikToks, and one of them was that still frame in which I felt the need to explain to my parents,
That's a
"Don't
man."
worry, that's a man."
Yeah. I know what you're thinking.
Fucking damn it! Oh, fucking damn it! Oh, fucking damn it!
I think. Who's your mother? Because that sounds like a little me. I realize that my daughter will be.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be saying that. She's gonna be
I
ranting and
saw
raving.
someone on Facebook who I don't know. You know how you get people in the whatever. And she posted a comedian that I know. I think has made up the fact that he has a child, and it's the funniest thing I've seen anybody do in a while. Now, I couldn't help but read that and wonder if that was me, because the lady doesn't let me put pictures out of the baby, so you probably think she's like, whatever the hell is wrong with her. But I've had the argument, and you can only argue so many times before you give up.
Oh yeah.
I think lose is the answer.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to. I don't think it's. I'm used to. I'm used to maybe a different demographic where I was like, "Are we gonna get her ears pierced?" She's been alive for like 3 months now. She's like, "That's child cruelty." I'm like, "That's everyone I know gets the ear."
People do that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. She's
Wow.
a kid. Snuck another one in there. Who knew? Why am I on this algorithm? Why am I getting these? And
One of
why?
them wheelie bows with a compound.
Now, let's keep it there for a second. So let's discuss
What we're seeing.
in detail what we're seeing here. So that's a beautiful pair of bows. We got an arrow.
Yeah.
It's a symbol. It's a phallic symbol of shooting tiny penises.
Oh yeah.
It's a metaphor. It's a simile. I don't know the difference between any of those. That's good form. Good form. Compound bow, maybe? Is that what that is?
Yeah, yeah, that's compound for sure.
Yeah, that's the Rambo bow.
Wow.
Now, I understand now.
I'm surprised. I was just expecting it to pan over and see like a deer fall, or some large animal go down.
I'm starting to understand why you got into archery.
Oh yeah.
I started to get it. I didn't know.
Oh.
I didn't know women like that did anything. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know you guys really, because you don't see now. I wouldn't call this a sport. It's a game, right? It's not to be taken seriously.
Oh, it's a
It's
sport.
essentially darts with real expensive gear, right? Like
Maybe. It
we
is.
can all
darts a
agree
sport?
that we can all agree that this is a child's game.
I'm an athlete.
And I didn't know much. Like, is that like seeing like a girl with fake tiatas at a Dungeons and Dragons place? You're like, oh my god, she's like
Like a unicorn.
All I know is I've seen 2 bow and arrow videos this week, and both of them had big old tiatas. So like, how is this a thing? Or are they the hot ones? You know what I mean? Is there like the one who goes?
Oh, you're saying
She's
they're
like,
an
oh, I do
Archery 10?
code. You know what I mean? She's like,
Yeah.
I have video games in which people with no skills can solve the world unrealistically, and it gives hope to the unexceptional. You know.
Sailors sailed the Mississippi in 1666. 66 sailors sailed the Mississippi in 1666. 66 sailors sailed the Mississippi in
Is
1666.
an auctioneer
And now we're
school
going to our favorite tongue
where you
twister,
get
the one
trained
that
to be
everyone
that
loves
guy.
the most.
Oh, really?
That would be
Well,
Betty.
no.
Betty Bonner bought some butter, but she said this butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. So she bought a bit of better butter, put it in her bitter batter, made her bitter batter better. Such is better. Betty Bonner bought a bit of better butter. Betty Bonner bought some butter, but she said this butter's bitter.
Like the
If
guy
I
with long
put it
hair,
in my
yeah.
batter, it will make my batter bitter.
He's the new
So she bought a
generation
bit
of
better
auctioneers.
butter, put it in her bitter batter, made her bitter
Look at this
batter
guy at
better.
TLC
Such is
show.
better. Betty Bonner bought a bit of better butter.
Good God.
So they're actually saying a rehearsed. I thought they were just saying gibberish on the fly, like improv mumbling, not unlike what I do on stage.
Well, I think it's half and half. Probably they got some phrases, so they
You can't say that like a blowy and a.
no,
that's like
nothing
half
like
and half.
that.
Okay.
More
Maybe
of
you
like
guys don't know about that sort of.
half and half.
No, we're not talking about when you wish you didn't pay those prostitutes in Bitcoin. Like they're only worth $200, $7 million now. I mean, I've had some expensive. Okay, but I didn't know that they had a thing. So someone's like, you know what I want to get into? You know what I've always wanted? My father was an auctioneer. My father before him was an auctioneer. My father's 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 father was actually quite a prolific murderer in the Southwest. He would stab indigenous people with turquoise.
Oh no!
Oh,
Terrible
oh.
person. Terrible person. But his father, auctioneer. You know what I've given up on views? I can actually just have fun. I can make myself laugh. But somebody said, I was like, I want to do that. And the guy with the ponytail was like, you don't want to. Now, if I may, that young guy with the ponytail, I'm going a little Lewis Black here. That guy with the ponytail, he's going to use that to get laid. He's going to be like, why don't you come back to my place to buy my place, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to psychologically damage
wanna come back
a
to my
woman
place? You're
from
gonna be like,
Chattanooga. She's going to be like 3 fireballs in, and it's just like, oh my God, he's speaking French or whatever it is.
I don't know what he's speaking, but
I didn't know
sounds
that was
French.
a thing. But I want to
Roll all of
learn
us?
that skill just to bust it out in the most random audition. Be like, oh, that guy might act, but check this out. Butter, biddle, brickle, 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 brickle.
They probably think you're having a stroke. Yeah. Call the ambulance.
Oh, my God.
Humans are willing to swim in the ocean even though there's most definitely corpses, but they are not willing to swim in a pool with one corpse, which means there is a corpse to water ratio humans are willing to swim in.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Did I show this one already?
No.
Huh?
Wait, are there definitely corpses in? I mean, the ocean is so
the
vast.
Titanic. Yeah, that didn't work
Oh, there's
out.
definitely. Yeah, that's true.
You got those swarthy gypsy pirates with their hoop earrings and their one eye and their peg legs.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah,
From the-
where they
from
take
the
an old
1700s.
mid-century piece of furniture. They just.
Well, every war for the last 1,000 years, right?
Do you think
guess
there's
there are a lot of
hipsters?
dead
Do you
bodies.
think there's like hipster pirates that are like my pegs from Stickley, Stickley,
Particularly mixed stickers.
mission style? Several of those are furniture based.
Oh, like you got a
Stickly,
teak,
that's all I know.
teak peg leg or
Yeah,
bamboo.
See,
you curve, you
I
get it
would-
curved. You custom, right? If you had a peg leg, you would think you'd have a bunch of accessories. You'd have like an old spool from a Victorian house. Like it would be the thing that gets you laid. You would essentially
yeah.
be a handicap capped Inspector Gadget,
You got one of those
right?
nice.
But you're
like,
getting ladies at the bar
lathe-turned,
because you walk in and I'm sure what you do is you put a pimp cane on the leg when you walk in. So it's like, oh, clack, oh, clack, right? You're setting the tone in the Gloucester bar. You're like, oh, and you come in and you're like, ladies, like, remember that guy from 10 years ago? I hate to say that I've actually saw episodes. The ketchup artist, not the ketchup artist, the makeup artist, the meetup artist, the the pickup artist.
Oh,
The
pickup
pickup
artist.
artist.
Okay.
There was a guy who looked like Jamiroquai with a weird hat, and this thing was like, you know what women like when you look like an asshole. And he was like, you come in with various things, and he's like, that guy. Have you guys know what I'm talking about?
No.
All right, would you look him up, Tim? This is worth a visual. It was a guy the guy had like a one name. It was like an MTV show where it would teach people who can't get laid. How people who get laid, but they don't actually learn to get laid themselves. Some of the bylaws of the show.
Was it on VH1?
Probably same thing, right? Whatever. Fun fact.
Yeah,
that
I
was the
know.
internship that made me come out to California. Was MTV, but due to a bunch of ricks and their inability to fly a plane safely,
Oh,
but we won't get into that. That's fine. Yeah, this guy. His name
you
is
mean
Champion
this guy
or
here?
something. This guy, who I want to take my New York fists and punch.
look at this right
Just
here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
you just want to take. I don't know what it is, but I want to take these fists and bash his like simultaneous, like that video game in the 90s. It wasn't Mortal Kombat, but it was a Street Fighter, right? You're just like bam, 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 just punching him in his face. The fact that that guy is not in a virtual reality and getting laid with that hat is unacceptable to me. Okay?
Okay, here we go. This is the last one.
Is this the last one? That's 9 already?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, you can't end on a cute one.
Why not?
Well,
Why is that a rule?
I mean, that's just basic show. You don't end with the good feeling, right? You
I
leave
thought you were
them with
supposed
a
to.
with a
Oh.
huge finale. This is just a cute.
So
little
we should have
video that
ended
I
with
thought was
those.
adorable. You don't end a show with adorable.
Well, maybe this will go wrong. Let's find out.
When your dad's spoiled. Okay, you see
Oh yeah, that I see what you're saying now.
you see how that ending sucked.
Yeah, that was a real dud.
You tell me that's it? That we just watched all the videos we had?
Yeah, I think what needs to happen. I know what we should end on. Okay, see how it wraps right around, right in the center.
This is another episode of Unnecessary Talk with Brian Sturges, and I am that Brian Sturges. You can follow me at briansturges.com. Follow me at Mr. Brian Sturges. Follow Poor Life Choices TV at Josh K.
Close enough. Yep, that'll work.
At Josh.
That's great.
At,
At
at-
Jay.
yeah. Technically,
fine.
Josh isn't allowed to have it. Yeah, actually,
That's right.
we just remove his last name. Follow Tim at Timothy All Music. Follow the Black Clef Beach at cliffbeachmusic.com, and follow the white guy at Cliff Beach. See, we're equal opportunity. Follow us off at Easy Fox. It's Satva Factory Mattress the
Cookie Puss.
come on the Manscaped
Manscaped.
See you next Tuesday.